What's happening, man? It's Dominique Trap Franson, and you watching True School Sports. Wow, na 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 na. Boom.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wanted to speak about Keyshawn Davis because Keyshawn Davis' name has been in the headlines a lot recently. You know, Keyshawn, as he said many times, he's 6-0. He's very young in his career, but he's like a lot of these guys, fighting at a maturity and fighting at a level to where he's fighting greater than a 6-0 fighter. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the lightweight division it's a division with a lot of talent, and he looks like he's gonna be knocking at the door at some of the elite talent in that division really, really soon. I would say in the next 12 to 18 months, Keyshawn Davis is going to be a high-level contender because you're seeing it in his fights. You're seeing a young fighter who's poised, a young fighter who has great punch selection, a young fighter that just has, the ability to read his opponents very well. He knows who he is. When he has you hurt, he goes out there and he finishes you. So, he knows what he's doing in there when he gets you hurt. And a lot of people are now starting to compare him to Terrence Crawford, which I think is a bit premature, but I can see where they're coming from. I mean, I know Crawford does have great finishing instincts, and they do train together, so maybe it's not too far-fetched. But I don't want to put that kind of pressure on a 6-0 kid like Keyshawn Davis. I just want to enjoy the moment, this moment in his career for what it is. It's a very young, highly skilled, decorated amateur fighter making that transition to the pros, who's I think so far passing tests with flying colors. And he's been doing a lot of talking recently about these other guys in the division. He's putting a big target on his back. And you know what? I like it. I like it. I like what Keyshawn Davis is doing. I like the fact that he's stirring up the pot. I like the fact that he's going at Earl Spence at social media. I like the fact that he's not afraid to speak out and voice what he believes about his talent. Now, the caveat to that is, before, people didn't really care as much about Keyshawn Davis because he was just a young amateur, making his way up into the rankings and looking good while doing it. But now he's been talking a lot to Devin Haney. He's been talking a lot about Ryan Garcia, and he went on the Boxing Voice recently and he said that Ryan Garcia is a C-class fighter, which I think is ridiculous. But he called him a C-class fighter. He said Ryan Garcia, I beat the shit out of him and all these things. So my thing is okay, you're talking a great game. You're obviously you're getting the attention of people. I mean, you got my attention. I'm over here making a video about you. So he's doing what he needs to do to get people to care about him and get him, interested in his career and to follow him, along with the fact that he's already a talented fighter with a silver medal on top of that. All I'm gonna say is this: there is now gonna be, for the foreseeable future, as he continues to win, and I know he's not going to stop talking because he's got that personality. He's got a lot of personality, and I hope Keyshawn stay humble, maintain a healthy amount of humility, and continue to press forward because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to punch a hole through him. He's going to have that big target on his back. So I mean, have that confidence, but have a healthy balance of humility and confidence in your abilities. You know what I'm saying? But man, what a young talent he is. What a young talent Keyshawn is. I mean, obviously he has to clean some things up, as any 6-0 prospect would have to do. But first and foremost, great finishing instincts. I mean, there's some things you can't teach fighters. Sometimes you can't teach fighters the ability to go in there and finish an opponent. You can't. That you either have that or you don't. You either have that extra bit of quality and that meanness in you, or you don't. He's got it. So that's one box ticked. Very, very, very. He's a fantastic counterpuncher. I mean, I think he might be, out of all the top ranked prospects, and I would say even pretty much all the prospects in boxing, he might just be the best, counterpunching fighter with, that's a prospect in boxing. He's up there. I mean, the way. Even when he misses his counters, just the way he sets some of these things up, some of the counters that he even attempts to land are just counters that you can only set up if you're in there thinking and you're 2 or 3 steps ahead of your opponent. Like the last dude he fought, the dude he fought with I can't remember his name, but the Mexican dude he fought with like 35 fights, 34 fights, or whatever it was. A lot of times he would be touching him, probing him. He would take that step back, he would turn him, and then he would punch after. I mean, just stuff like that. Stuff like that really shows you the quality and the potential that he has if he continues to develop. And yeah, you know, personally, look, when it comes to him as a fighter, I got like literally nothing bad to say about him. My only gripe with Keyshawn is this whole thing with Shakur Stevenson. I understand that's your friend, man, but like I want to stop this trend in boxing. It's really upsetting me in boxing, what we're seeing. And I know I'm all over the place, but bear with me. We got to stop this trend in boxing where when dudes are friends and they're around the same weight class that they say, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to fight him because that's my brother. No, absolutely not. Simon Brown and Maurice Blocker were the best of friends, and they went in there and put on a straight war. And then they went after, and they went out to go eat, and they were cool about it. Like, my thing is, like, if you're friends in boxing, that should be all the more reason to fight your friend, you know, break bread, you know, as long as the money's right. And you know, realistically speaking, you know, if you're saying that you need $300 million to fight your friend, then that just means you don't want to fight your friend. But I'm saying, like, if y'all could realistically break bread and make multiple millions and millions of dollars and set your families up for good and bless others around you, then why not, you know? But other than that, Keyshawn Davis is awesome. Keyshawn Davis is a fighter that I feel like everybody in boxing should be paying attention to. So, yeah, like for me, out of all the prospects, he's probably the top counter-punching prospect in boxing. He's up there. If he's not number one, he's definitely in the top three. So, yeah, my thing is, like, for him, maintain that healthy amount of humility, because, like, now he's talking to Devin, he's talking to all these different fighters. There's going to be that target on his back. I mean, he already had a target on his back because of the whole, you know, with him being an Olympian, silver medalist. You know, anytime you have any medal and you're a top USA Olympian, you're gonna have that target on your back, because who wouldn't want to have that on their resume, you know? But I guess those are my thoughts on Keyshawn Davis, because I haven't really talked too much about Keyshawn Davis, but he's a really good fighter, and I feel like everybody should, you know, if they're not already, pay attention to him. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure y'all take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Just like Mayweather's uncles would say, a lot of people don't know shit about boxing. You know, you do. You've done it.
Thank you.
You about the only smart guy that I know, bro. Nobody knows shit about boxing.
I appreciate it, man.
I want to say, man, make sure to follow True School Sports, always covering boxing at the highest level, man, and make sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel. Follow him on Instagram at Just a Kid from Danny as well.
He the plug.